So y'all, you know what I'm noticing? Hold on, let's fix y'all a little bit. You know what I'm noticing? There seems to be a new trend in online bill payment. And that trend is to move you from using your credit cards to actually using your debit card and or checking account, okay? Let me explain. A lot of you know that I credit card hack, right? I use my credit card to pay all of my bills, especially my utility bills and such. And in exchange, I get points, and I use those points for travel, okay? Been doing this for years. Love it, love it, love it. Because once again, when I have bills, those bills are in my budget. Like if I have a gas bill, if I have an electricity bill, if I have a cable bill, they're in my budget. And so instead of using my cash money, I use the credit card, pay the bill, then I use the cash money that I set aside in my budget to pay off the credit card. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. But this is what I noticed. I've had 2 utility companies try to incentivize me to use my debit card versus my credit card, right? The first bill is my cable bill, Verizon. And right now I was getting a $10 a month discount for doing auto pay. I noticed that my $10 a month discount hadn't applied for a few months, and so I called to find out why, and they told me because, oh, they took away that incentive if you was using credit card to pay the bill. If you want that incentive, if you want that $10 a month discount, you will have to switch over your auto pay to connect it to your bank account or put in a debit card, okay? So what I did is I had to do the math. I was like, what makes more sense? Because once again, even though I credit card hack, I don't do it if it doesn't make sense. All right? We are not those people, me or y'all, who says, I'm going to just run up a credit card because I want the points. No, the points have to make sense. So I had to do the math. So the math is this. So the question is it worth receiving the discount and foregoing the points, or is it more advantageous to take the points and let go of the discount? So let's take a look at my cable bill. So the thing with the cable bill is this. If I use auto pay using a debit card, they give me a $10 a month discount. $10 times 12 months is $120 a year that I will save on my bill. All right? If I choose to do points, what happens is this. I wrote down all these notes. Okay, so I use my Bank of America card for points for my Verizon bill. Bank of America gives me 1.5 points for every dollar spent, okay? Now, this is what you must know. 10,000 points is the equivalent of $100. 1,000 points is the equivalent of $10. So this means that 100 points is the equivalent of $1. So if I use my credit card to pay this bill for a year, I'm getting approximately 1,440 points per year. That's the equivalent of $10.40. So for me, it actually makes more sense to get the $120 discount versus earning $10.40 in points. Okay? So I made the switch. I switched over my Verizon bill to be paid automatically using my debit card. Now, the second one was my T-Mobile cell phone bill. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. All right, so T-Mobile bill would be, like right now, I'll be paying $120 a month versus $135 a month. So it's a $15 discount if I switch over and attach it to my debit card and or checking account, right? So that's $180 a year that I save. Now let's do the math. Let's do the math. All right, so the math is if I pay this card, let's say, because I also have some extra things with my T-Mobile. So the discount for the basic Magenta Max military plan, like I said, is $120 versus $135. But then I also have $7 I pay for Netflix, and then I also have $30 that I use for their gateway router. So that is the difference of what I pay now, $157 total for the month for all of these services, versus what I would pay without the discount, which would be $172 a month. Okay? That gives me 1,884 points, which is approximately $18.84 a year. So once again, does it make more sense to save $180 a year in discounts, or to receive $18, okay, let's round it up to $19 a year in points? But this also has a different thing we have to look at. The other thing about paying with this particular credit card when I pay my cell phone bill is the credit card automatically insures the cell phone. The only way this works is if I pay the bill using the credit card. So the insurance on the bill equals about $15 a month. And so really what that means is we kind of break even, because I'm taking about $180 in insurance savings and insurance benefits. Then we can also add that $18.84 that I get in points. So we can do that and pay the $172 a year and have those. Or we can say, you know what, we don't need insurance on our cell phone, because I'm not paying extra for insurance because I knew my credit card covers insurance. So I can say, okay, we don't need insurance on the cell phone, but then we can save $180 a year in discounts. What makes more sense? And the other thing I said I could do is I can go ahead and keep paying my cell phone bill using my credit card, right? And being that they're taking away that discount, making my $157 to $172, what I can actually do too to keep it about the same is just turn in the T-Mobile gateway router, which is $30 a month. I really don't need it. I really don't need it. And thereby I can give myself my discount back. So that $172 minus 30. And I hope this is making sense. I hope this is making sense. I hope this is clear. 172 minus 30. Yep. So then, technically, I'll be paying $142 a month without a discount. And I think that's what I might have to do. So like I said, in everything that you do with finances, it's always going to be a case-by-case basis. It's always going to be what makes more sense for your life, what is more advantageous for your goals and the things that you want to do. Is a discount truly a discount when you look at all of the factors? And is gaining points truly gaining points when you look at all of the factors? Like I say, sometimes when I think about points, it doesn't make sense to use your credit card for points if you have to pay a fee just because you use your credit card. You're really not getting points then, because you're actually buying those points, and you should never, ever, ever buy points. I did some research as to why companies are doing this, and it looks like the reason why they're doing it is because they don't want to pay that credit card transaction fee. So therefore, to not pay that credit card transaction fee, they figure they will incentivize the customer by giving them further discounts. And overall, in the long run, it saves the company money, and potentially it can save you money too. So that's what I have. I hope that made sense. Let me see. Let me see. Did I say everything? I wrote these notes on a sticky paper. And so I did some research as to why companies are doing this. And the reason why is because merchants typically pay a 2 to 3% transaction fee. So they figure they can probably cut that fee if they pass an incentive off to you in the form of a discount if you choose to pay your bills with anything. But why are these people looking at me like that? Interesting. Y'all see them walking behind me? But that's what it is. Thank y'all so much for being here. Don't forget to thumbs up. Talk to me in the comments and tell me if you have noticed this trend and what you have decided to do about it. And I'm going to see you guys in the very next video, whenever that may be, as soon as I edit them. All right, y'all. Bye.